What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course, and this one's gonna be fun because we're adding something into a slot that I didn't have before. This is the understable mid-range. I've had a peach in there before, but this wasn't really in the bag, but I've come to realize that I do actually need a mid-range or a putter of some type that will actually give me some drift. So we have the Peach and we have a Z Buzz SS, just a stock disc. Let's see how the 4-speed compares to the 5-speed. This is 4.5 -2.1. This is 5.4 -2.1. How do these two compare? We're gonna start off here on hole 10, and before we get started though, profile wise, the Peach seems like it should be flippier, but people rage about the Buzz SS, so is this actually gonna be understable enough? Let's see. We're gonna start with the Peach though. Short pad for 10, little hyzer flip to turn drift shot. And it skipped up to parked. I know that disc. I've thrown that disc quite a few times. Let's see if I can get the Buzz SS to do the same thing. Okay, that might have been a little bit more hyzer. The editing will at least help me, but if you want to slow it down and go back and watch the exact release angles, the Buzz SS may have been more hyzer, but also the Buzz SS profile-wise showed that it should be a little bit straighter. Not quite as overstable as a Buzz, but I think the Buzz SS might still be flippier than a Hex. We don't have the Hex out here today because we're trying to be a little bit flippier than that, so let's keep tossing and see what it can get. Now, this is the one mid-range slot where if I can get fairway distance out of it, if I really pump it on some hyzer and crush it, that isn't that bad for me. This is the flippier, straighter versions of most of the more stable options. The more stable options are there as a distance control, as a shot shaper, to get that specific distance, not to go as far as possible. These kind of bridge the gap between really far flying fairway drivers in this slot. So if they can kind of get short, just ever so slightly shorter fairway distance, that's perfect. Peach has 1 point, Buzz SS still looking for its first. We are on the long pad for hole number 9. Let's go with the Peach. Alright, I need more air under the mid-ranges to make them go. That was really nice. Now the Buzz SS, I think it is more stable than that Peach. I'm gonna have to keep throwing the Buzz SS to figure out if it's flippy enough to fill this slot for me. But it's flying really well. Honestly, it might kick the Hex out. Let's keep tossing. We are 1-1 right now. Buzz SS, I do want to see a little bit more flex than I've been seeing. So we are on the middle pad for hole 1. Let's see if we can get some flex out of this. That was really good. Like I said, that actually rivals the Hex. I don't know if it's flippy enough for the slot because we're gonna see more turn out of this. Now, to be fair, this is steady plastic, which is a lot gummier, a lot grippier. It's more akin to the ESP, which beats up faster and typically is not quite as overstable as Z plastic is. So plastic wise, that's a more torque resistant, overstable plastic. So is the mold more stable or is the plastic more stable? I'm not really sure on that just yet. Giant puddle over there, and the peach landed directly in the one giant puddle. Okay, guess we're going to be cleaning the peach off, but got essentially the same flight, and you're going to say that the Buzz SS flexed more. But I know my release angle on that throw, the Buzz SS was very close to flat, and the peach was a committed hyzer release. So the fact that they looked similar off of two different releases tells me that I don't know if the Buzz SS is what I want for this slot, but the Buzz SS may be what I want for another slot. We'll get into that here in a minute after I clean off the peach. So what I mean is this: I'm going to throw 2 throws off of this tee pad and 2 throws off the next tee pad, and I'm going to try to be as precise and duplicate with the angles of release as possible, and watch how the discs vary in their flight. The Buzz SS is up to technically 2-to-1 over the peach. I'm gonna throw this committed hyzer and watch the flight of this Buzz SS. Disregard the basket. We're gonna shoot to the left, just that straight shot. Okay. Committed hyzer flips up to very, very straight and true. Doesn't really turn. Do we get any turn out of this peach? Am I gonna eat my words here? Again, I think that was as close as possible as I could make it. Here's what I think is happening. The peach has a pretty decent amount of dome, and the Buzz SS is very flat. So any flip you're going to get out of the Buzz SS, being as flat as it is going to be quick. The peach, because it's dome, whatever flip you're going to get is going to be much more gradual. So if you can hit it hard enough to flip it up, the Buzz SS is going to be super, super, super straight. Whereas the peach is a little bit more drifty, which is why I think the Buzz SS really kind of replicates the hex more than it does this understable slot. Now we're going to go through the next shot, and I'm going to try to throw as close to flat as possible and watch how the flights vary there. I'm not really sure what hole number this is technically supposed to be. This is OG 13. Gives us a shot for the turnover. I'm going to try to throw these as similar as possible again, Buzz SS being first, and just put them out there and hope I get a turn. Well, that's parked. And now for the peach. Okay. First couple of throws said that they were not going to be that similar. They're actually a lot more similar. Maybe I just had a bad throw. That's pretty similar. Well, with them being that similar, wow, that's so similar. Why were they so different? I guess user error. Okay. So, Buzz SS has 3. Let's see how close they are to the basket when we walk up here, because both of those are pretty good runs. The peach had a higher chance of going too far, but I think I might see it parked. I will let you know the results on the next tee pad. So the peach that I knew took the first point, and then 4 straight from the Buzz SS. And this is, to be completely honest, this is the very first time I've thrown a brand new Buzz SS. I've not, like, somebody's handed me a Buzz SS that was in their bag, and they was like, hey, throw this. Okay. This is amazing. This disc is actually pretty nice. I'm surprised I've never thrown one before, but I also never really big on the discraft side of things, but starting to throw more discraft, and some of it's pretty good. Some of it I still have issues with, but some of it's really nice. This Buzz SS is pretty good, and it's beat out the peach. So Buzz SS is going in the bag, and I don't even know if it's gonna have to fight out the hex for it, because it is a little bit less stable. It's a little bit more like the peach, a little bit less like the hex. We're gonna close out here on OG hole 16, the long pad. I'm gonna keep calling this the long of 16 until they put numbers up here in a T side. So this is long of 16. Or I guess we might have to change it if they change the basket number. Oh well. Buzz SS first. I'm gonna really like throwing that disc. That is amazing. Why have I never thrown a Buzz SS before? Probably because I threw buzzes and was like, Buzz, can't do Buzz. Buzz SS, same thing, I can't do it. Buzz SS, not the same disc, does feel different, hand feel is different, it has a different profile, and I'm pretty done with that disc. That's a really nice disc. Let's see what the peach can do for the last throw. When I really get after it, I can make the peach do something that, well, I mean, I can also make my fairway drivers do that, so I guess I'm okay having to make the Buzz SS try a little bit harder to do that same shot. I very rarely slip on this hillside. So, Buzz SS going in the bag, peach staying in the car. It's a great disc. It's not going away just yet. I really do like the peach. But if you ever find me out on the course or near the parking lot and you're like, hey, I want to try out the peach, come tell me. I'll let you throw the peach a couple of times. If you guys enjoy content like this, please make sure to like the video. If you have any other discs that you think could fill this slot, and I'm going to go ahead and just exclude the detour because so many people have commented the detour, and the detour is too understable for this slot. Any other disc, comment those down below. Please make sure you're subscribing. Until next time, see you out on the course.